Welcome to another episode of Goal Setting Mondays with the Loan Signing System. I am so happy you're here. If you're watching this for the very first time, I jump on every single Monday at noon Pacific time to help you for your goals for the following week. Because remember, a goal without a plan is just a dream. So I want to help you create actionable goals that you can follow through with, and you can start making actionable plans to help you build your business. AB signings, what's going on? What's going on? So again, if you are new, I have you add yourself down below. So go right here, hit the add camera icon, jump on live with me, and we can walk through some of your goals for the coming week. So this is live, this is interactive. All the ones I've done from previous weeks are on YouTube or in my Instagram feed. So you can always watch these because these are always inspirational, where I help students build their businesses through actionable goals and of course the advice and tips that you need. So somebody join down below, hit that button right here so I can get you on camera. And again, so I can help you through any of your goals, because remember, too many signing agents wake up on Monday and go, oh, I want to get 20 signings this week. Okay, that's great. You want to get 20 signings, but what are your steps and your plans to get the 20 signings? That's what I'm trying to help you through. Some students are like, oh, I want to make $10,000 this month. Awesome, you want to make $10,000 this month, but what are you doing to actually attribute and get to that $10,000 goal? See, signing agents, successful signing agents, or actually anyone successful, period, doesn't just go through life saying, oh, I want to hit this. They have exact plans, strategies, and goals to get to those plans. Remember, the real key to reaching a goal is having a huge goal and chopping up to a bunch of small different goals. We got someone on camera right now. Let's see who this is. Oh, this is Lisa. Amazing. Let's have Lisa on. Hopefully she jumps on with me right now. But yes, remember, the goal is to bring a big goal, chop it into small goals, and a bunch. Lisa, the one and only. What is up?
Hi, I probably have a weird one for you, but I don't know if it's. Obviously, I'm very successful at what I'm doing right now, but I'm concerned that my eggs are in one basket.
Okay.
So I didn't know how, or if you had any advice of how I could scale that without feeling like I'm very busy with the EOs that I already work for. So I'm afraid to market out too much to other people and then say no to them. So I'm not sure how to set that goal.
Well, first off, that is a good problem to have, Lisa.
I know.
So let me just kind of work this backwards, though. Okay, so how many clients give you the majority of your business? Let's start with that.
3.
Okay, so you're getting, let's say, roughly 70 to 80% of your business through 3 different escrow officers. Is that correct?
Most of them from one. The other 2, I get random work from. The one, I get, like 100 signings a month,
Okay.
So I'm busy.
No, this is a great problem to have. But first off, I hope everyone heard that. One escrow officer is feeding 100 closings a month to Lisa. I want everyone to hear that to get inspired. But no, you have a real problem, and that's me being very honest as your mentor, is you want to make sure that you're getting at least business from 3 to 4 of them. So here's what I'd say, though, is what I don't want you to do, Lisa, is not give yourself enough credit for the relationship you've created. It's okay to say no to your best client 2 or 3 times a week, 4 or 5 times a week, because the relationship's already there. So what I hear a little bit from you is that you're doubting the relationship you've built. You're like, if I tell her no, I'm going to feel like she's not going to call me again. So the first thing is having real confidence in the relationship you created with the one LO that feeds you 100 a month. So that's step number 1. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Very much.
So because you are going to have to take a little bit of a step back from her to build your other legs of your business. So before you start jumping, making different legs of your business, you have to have confidence in the relationship you've already built. You with me on that? Okay, cool. She's breaking up a little bit, but I'm guessing she's saying yes. Okay, cool. So the first thing is just having confidence in that relationship. So the second part of that, Lisa, is just to realize that you're going to have to say no a couple times a week, maybe even a couple times a day. Okay? So you do need to start diversifying your business. because as you know, the market's cyclical, especially as we recover from this economy. It's going to go from 3.5 to sub 3 to 4 to back to 3.25. And so as it goes up and down, you got to make sure you have business from a handful of people and not just one person. So what I want the goal to be this week for you is to actually turn down 3 appointments from your go-to escrow officer, so then you can start building relationships with the other EOs. Does that make sense? The only reason, Lisa, you're not getting more business from the other 2 is because you're not maturing those relationships. You're putting all your energy into this. And these people are like, look, Lisa, we want to give you more business, but you're choosing to only recognize this escrow officer and ignoring these 2. So at least this week, I want you to cognitively be aware that I'm going to turn down at least 3 signings over the next 5 days so I can take business from the other girls. Does that make sense? The second thing I want you to do, okay? So follow me, Lisa, and I hope everyone's getting good advice from right now, is I need you to start taking time during the day to build the relationship with the other 2. So that literally means I'm going to drop off lunch and just hang out there. 20 minutes. That might cause you to lose another signing, but what I want you to understand is you got to start building the other relationships up. You can't go in there like this, because my guess is your relationship with the other 2 escrow officers sounds something like this. Drop off docs. Oh my gosh, I appreciate you, run out the door so you can go service your bigger client. So I need you to, when you go in there, stop just dropping off docs and running out. Am I kind of close on that? Yeah. So this week, what I want you to do is set time to not run in and run out, but to set time and actually stay.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Those are goals.
Yeah.
Go on.
I actually just did that, but I wasn't sure. I was still on the fence of like, is that the right thing to do? So one of the ones that does feed me when she needs me, I went to her office. I had never met her in person. So I actually finally walked in the door. I still have nerves. And I brought them gifts and thank you stuff. You know, I did my whole marketing stuff with them. So I'm glad that I asked you that, because I was nervous, like if that was the right thing I should have done to kind of foster that relationship a bit more.
Yeah, and I actually want you to take it one step deeper, though. I actually want you to make time specifically for it. So like tomorrow, be like, look, I'm going to go buy them lunch to say thank you for the business, but I'm going to make it a purpose to stay in there for 10, 15, 20 minutes, even if that means I got to lose an appointment that's 30 minutes later, because you got to maturate those relationships to get the business from them. Because you've done such a good job with the person giving you 100, I need you to elevate the other relationships with the other 2. Does that make sense?
Yeah, completely. Yeah.
And then I'm going to end with this is you're going to have to make this decision again, because I actually want you getting all your business from 4 to 5 escrow officers, not 2 or 3. You're still putting your eggs in too many baskets with 2 to 3. There should be 4 to 5 where you're like best friends with all 5 of them, not 1, 2. So each step of the way, you're going to have to make some decisions on, I might have to tell them no, but to build in, remember building gratitude, and that should be part of your everyday schedule. Does that make sense? Yeah. So this week is not to be afraid to say no to your go-to. Okay. That's the first goal. The second goal is to go out and actually spend more time with the other people you're trying to foster these relationships with. Okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. On the way out real quick, Lisa, how much money did you make last month as a notary signing agent?
I made $12,300, I believe.
$12,000 as a loan signing agent in the state of Arizona. I wanted to say that so everyone can get inspired by your greatness, Lisa. You're amazing. Hope you had a beautiful Mother's Day, by the way.
I did. And guess, Mark, I've made 100 and I think 17,000 in less than a year.
I hope everybody heard that. Let's go. I'm so excited for you. I hope your daughter is so freaking proud of you. I know I am. Go get them and check in with me next week. Let me know how all that relationship building's going.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
have a good day.
All right, have
Thanks,
a good day.
bye.
Okay, cool. So, somebody else jump on. This is Goal Setting Monday. No matter where your business is. I mean, look, Lisa is a 6-figure signing agent, still looking for advice on how to help with her goals. So no matter where you're at, there's so many of you guys commenting. And if you guys are a little bit shy, comment below with your goals. Hold yourself accountable. It looks like we have somebody else coming up. Super excited about this. But post your goals in the comments below. I'll comment too, and I'll help you keep yourself accountable. That's what this is all about. This is helping you. We got Andrew coming on right now. Hopefully his camera's working. Somebody else jump on. This is Goal Setting Mondays. If you're waking up on Monday without a specific action plan for the week, you are failing your own business. Successful people do not operate without goals. Successful people do not walk into the week with like, hey, I want to make $1,000. Oh, Andrew, my man, how are you?
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Dude, I couldn't be better, man. Hope you had a great weekend. Goal Setting Mondays. Let's go get it. Talk to me. What are some goals?
All right, so my goal, I'm just kind of getting started with this. I'm here in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Awesome.
My goal is I've been going through your mentorships since 2017. I'm halfway through 2020, and I got halfway through half of 2020 and 2021 go. My question is, or my goals are for the next 45 days, because I go into a deployment window starting late June to early July, and I don't know when that's going to go. So my goal is within the next 45 days to be in the black, as far as to be a profit generating, if you will, business.
Yep.
So what I've done today is I've gotten signed up with Notary Rotary.
Okay.
I was starting to sign up with 123 Notary, but that for some reason that wouldn't allow me to do the free listings.
Okay.
And I'm halfway through Notary Resume.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at so far.
Okay, cool. So let me just jump in real quick. You threw a lot of information on. First and most important, and thank you so much for your service. I hope everybody heard that. He is active duty military, about to go on deployment. So everybody can give Andrew a round of applause real quick and just say thank you for your service, man. So appreciative of you and all the servicemen and women of America. With that being said, a couple things I want to ask you is, are you part of the Indiana specific Facebook group? Okay, cool. Yep. Make sure you're leaning on your local Indianans, like Laura Jones is killing it out there in Indianapolis. Okay, cool. That's out of the way. Secondly, we have a 45-day goal of being profitable in the black before you head for employment. So let's talk about a weekly goal though. So I want to turn that in 45 days into the next couple weeks. Yep. So it sounds like you finished the entire course, correct? Yes. Okay, cool. Have we said mentorship that comes included?
That's tomorrow.
Say it again.
That's tomorrow.
Perfect. Goal already set. I love it. I will see you tomorrow with that business strategy session. So here's what I want now until tomorrow. Okay. What I want, because tomorrow I'm going to give you a bunch of new goals. That's what the strategy sessions are. But now until tomorrow, I want you to make sure when you get on there with me tomorrow, you tell me you signed up for all the databases. So go back in the course. You're halfway there. It sounds like signing order, Notary Resume, Notary Go, that big list. Databases first. There's like 10 of them. Then I want you to jump to the signing service list. That's in the mentorship and business coaching. I want you to sign with as many of those and to give you profiles. Okay. Not all of them let you make a profile, but your job is to figure out which ones do and which ones don't. So that's the goal until tomorrow when we talk. What time is our live?
I believe I'm Eastern Standard. I believe it's 6:30 Eastern Standard.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So you got plenty of time between now and then tomorrow. So you should be able to get through all the databases in a minimum of half of that list. Okay. So I want you to go through half that list, and that's just the goals for tomorrow. And then tomorrow we'll set another big business strategy plan tomorrow. Does that sound right? Fair?
Okay. So making sure I got this right. Finish up the databases. I have 4 in the course player, and then there's maybe some others, but I have 4 that I know of in the course player. Yeah. So I can finish that up. And then you said when you say the rest of this, are you talking about the other 400 signing services to go through?
Yes, that's right. And that is inside. There's 2 course players on the dashboard. Yep. The second course player, which is the business coaching and mentorship, that's where the signing service list lives. Those are signing services. That's the difference between a signing service and a signing agent database. Remember, 2 different things.
Right.
Signing services use a database to find notaries. So you want you to know that signing up the signing agent databases, that's when you go back into the mentorship and business coaching.
Okay. On the signing services, you want me to do what again? You want me to
sign with as many, because some signing services allow you to make a profile directly with their company. Okay. So I want you to sign up directly. Now, full disclosure, not all of them allow you. But you're a business owner. You got to sift through that list, figure out which ones do. I'm talking as many as you can. I don't even care if they're in Indiana. I don't care if they're in Washington, D.C. Sign with every single one. It's going to give you practice on how to fill out profiles, et cetera, et cetera. And then it'll prepare us for tomorrow's meeting.
Okay.
All right, brother, man. Again, dude, thank you so much for your service. I have a goal with you. Be in the black within 45 days.
Sounds good.
I'm invested. I'll see you tomorrow, brother. Let's go.
Yep.
You're welcome. All right, cool. How awesome is that? An active duty signing agent. I'm in that journey with everybody, including Andrew. Thank you again for your service, man. Let's bring up somebody else right now. Goal setting Mondays with the loan signing system. If this is your first time here, I just talked you through some of your goals, and I just talked through what I can do to help you achieve those goals. Okay, so what's up? How are you doing?
Hi, Mark.
Hi. Okay,
Can you
for
hear
everybody
me?
watching, say your name and where you're from.
Okay, I'm Reina Habinger, and I am from Maryland.
Okay, I love it, Raina. Talk to me. Any goals for this week? Let's talk through them and let's set them.
Yes. So I've been working on reaching out to, just offices because I live in an attorney state.
Yeah.
So I reached out to attorneys. I went a couple weeks ago, actually. I didn't check in with you last week. But
Yes.
I went to 5 offices, and I get 2 of them to give me, direct.
Okay,
So
hold on. I want everyone to celebrate with you. So, Raina's in an attorney state in Maryland. She went to 5 offices and got 2 direct signings. Girl, that's what effort does. And before we go into your next part of the conversation, I want to inspire you and everybody else. 2 signings out of 5 trips. That's an amazing closing ratio. Right? So what I want to make sure is, and I don't know if your next statement is, but I want to make sure that you're not getting discouraged by that. That is epic. Like 2 out of 5. Imagine if you went to 20.
Yeah.
That'd be 8 direct signings, right? So I want you to be just a rinse and repeat, girl. Now, I don't know if you see all these people down there clapping for you, but that is so proud of you. So, what are your goals for this week?
Okay. I'm just working on 2 things. I actually met with Brad Martin. He turned out to be my neighbor.
Yes.
So he was awesome. He gave me a lot of tips. One of them is to do the Monday morning email.
Yeah.
And I'm a shy person, but I'm pushing myself to do this. So I'm doing it, like I'm sending emails to everybody that I talk to every morning.
Let me just make sure I jump in real quick because you're shy and you're pushing yourself out your comfort zone.
I am.
Nothing ever happens good when you stay comfortable. Our job as humans is to continually push and grow, because if you stay the same, you can never expect different results. If you're going to stay shy, you can't expect a big business, but you're not. So I want you to say, that's what I'm saying, girl. And I hope everyone's inspired, because you're not the only shy person trying to bust out of the shell to create a business, but it is possible. You went to 5 offices, you got 2 directs. Like, that is amazing. So I want to make sure I compliment you and use you to inspire everybody else, because this isn't a business where you have to be outgoing. Just be you and people will use you. Okay, so here are my goals. You ready for my goals for you? Okay. So you did 2 direct signings. I want you to really focus on maturing those relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want you to do is something nice, whatever. I don't know what that looks like, right? For the clients you got direct business with. You know, I don't know if you watched Autumn Nicole's On the Road. She's in an attorney state too.
Of course.
Okay, good. She made scones. That's her version. Okay. So my point is, whatever your version is, that you can show that Rain is so thankful for you. That's your goal. So your goal is to build the relationships. I don't want you lost into figuring out how to get more business when more business is with the people who just gave you business. Does that make sense? Sure. So I want you to figure out what Raina works, what gratitude shows like for Raina. That's what I want you to do this week, okay? I want you to do that tomorrow. And then when you're done doing that tomorrow, I want you to follow back up on Friday with them and see if there's any new business. Okay? So what I heard is, oh, Mark, I'm sending out emails. That's great. That's all cold business. I want you to focus on people who've already given you business. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So tomorrow, I want you to walk in, do whatever that gratitude looks like to you. Then if they have not given you repeat business, to follow up this Friday with those 2 people and be like, hey, Just want to say I'm back in your area. If there's any business, I'd love to do it for you. I didn't say email. I didn't say email. I said in person. And I didn't say show gratitude over email. Okay? I want you to go in person. You have a beautiful smile. You've already done business for them. Just be you and say thank you. Because now I'm not against email marketing right now. Okay? But email marketing allows us to be a little bit lazy. You went into 5 offices, you got 2 people. Like, ride that momentum. You didn't tell me you emailed 5 people and 2 people gave you signings. You said, I went to 5 offices, I did 2. I love email marketing. It works because of COVID. But we're coming out of COVID. The in-person is the best. And you've proven that to yourself that it's the best. So don't get too caught behind the screens where I'm trying to coach you right now. I know it's easier. I know it's the easier way of doing it. I know you're shy, but I need you to keep pushing yourself outside of that comfort zone. So along with what I just coached you on in goals, I want you to go to at least 5 more this week.
That's what I'm planning. And I wanted to come up to tell you this because I need to, like, you know, I don't want to just not do it. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
I need to tell you so that I can say next week that I did it. Yeah.
Yes. I'm holding that to you, okay? So
yes.
5 new people.
5 more.
Okay?
Okay.
And you're following up with those 2. Those are the goals for this week. And we're going to get you more direct. Girl, before you know it, you're going to be Brad 2.0 in Maryland. I am so excited for you. You did 2 direct closings. Let's go.
Thank you.
Get it. Accountability. I hope everyone is inspired. She wanted to jump on to hold herself accountable. That's the purpose of these. So, Raina, I'm going to see you next week with 2 more directs.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, girl. Go get them. Bye.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. That gets me so freaking excited. Wow. That's what effort does. She said she is shy. She says she has to keep pushing herself. She got on here to hold herself accountable. That makes my heart so full. Okay, who's up next on the Goal Setting Mondays with the Loan Signing System? I see a lot of you guys commenting below. Keep commenting, but hit that add camera button below. Get on here with me. I want to help you stay accountable for this week's goals. Remember, too many signing agents wake up on Monday and go, oh, I want to go market to 4 people, but they don't because they don't hold themselves accountable. They're not speaking it into the universe. They're not coming on here live with 100 different signing agents saying, I'm going to go to 5 different offices. So somebody else, oh, we got a couple people jumping on. I love it. Let's go with Amora and Sharon. If you hear me, I'll go to you after Amora. When you jump on, say your name, say where you're from, and let's talk about some of your goals for this coming week. I'm so excited. What's up, girl?
What's up, Mark?
Just trying to live the dream with you. That's all I'm trying to do.
So I got to be held accountable, but I'm on my way.
All right.
Last week, I was entirely swamped. I just finished 4 signings this morning before 11.
Okay, hold on.
So I'm on my way.
Hold on. Don't say that all nonchalantly. 4 signings before 11. Let's go.
But hold on.
Okay.
I have to drop off 2 at titles. So I have all my stuff in the back right now. I'm on my way to go to 5 titles right now.
Okay, 5 titles right now. So a little bit of coaching, okay? So what I love about my students who get business from other title companies is don't be afraid to name drop a little bit. So part of the pitch that you have, the script you have, what I want you to add to that is like, oh, I'm a local signing agent. I do signings over for Chicago and Elevated Title. Right? Start name dropping who you truly do business for, because that just builds a little bit more credibility. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Sometimes when new signing agents are marketing, they're almost forgetting that there's credibility saying that you work for title companies across town. Everybody knows each other, right? Because here's what happens sometimes. Is you're like, oh, yeah, so I'm a local signing agent. I do signings over for Elevated Title. They go, oh, I used to work at Elevated Title. Who do you do signings with? And you're like, oh, I do signings with Jennifer. Oh, my gosh, I worked with Jennifer 5 years ago. How's Jennifer doing? Does that make sense? So you can start a really authentic conversation by name dropping, because what you'll find about the title industry is people kind of hawk title offices and escrow offices.
Right.
So you never know who works, and that gives you more credibility, because when they go, oh my gosh, you do signings for Lisa? If Lisa, you're good enough for Lisa, you're good enough for me. Boom, you're in. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yes.
That was a nugget, girl. That was a nugget right there for you.
I
Okay?
receive it.
All right. So don't be afraid to talk about other title companies, because you'll find that sometimes we're like, oh, I used to work there. Oh, is Susie still the receptionist? Oh my gosh, Susie's doing great. And now you're
Okay.
completely off. Now you're completely off the script, but you're into a real authentic conversation. And that's what this
Okay.
business is about, as you know. So when you go in there, don't be afraid to be like, hey, I did a couple closings today for Chicago Title. Name drop, see what happens. And girl, inspire everybody with all those loan docs in the back seat real quick, because that was fire.
Those are loan docs. So the loan docs are here. Loan docs are here. Those are the gifts in the back right there. I made up some gift bags. Those are docs. They got to be dropped. So
that is
on my
the
way.
loan signing system way. Dropping off docs and heading directly more. You know, here's what I want to say, because I don't want this lost on anybody. And I'm so proud of you, by the way, like so freaking proud, is the key to any business is riding the momentum. Some people drop off docs, go right home and wait for the phone to ring. That's not how you build a business. You're dropping off docs, going directly marketing. I want people to be inspired by you. And because you're doing what a business owner does, is there's no such thing as free time in our business. It is you're doing signings or you're marketing. So you have no signings in the afternoon, you're marketing. See, a signing agent who still doesn't have the right mindset goes, oh, it's slow. There's no such thing as slow. It's you're doing signings or your marketing. That's it. And girl, go get him. So I want you to report. I want you to DM me and tell me how it went. Can you do that for me? Okay.
Yes, I will. Now I'm doing this, and then I do have another one at 4. So after 4, I'll let you know how it goes.
All right. I'm so proud of you. Okay. So hold on. I'm getting all juice. Here's my goal for you. Okay. Here's my goals. This is goal setting Monday. Is you're going to drop off those and have all these great conversations. Fortune is in the follow-up. As you know, I teach. So what I want to make sure is you have it on your goal list to follow up with everybody you drop something off with today, email and in person by Friday. So I want you to drop off today, follow up with an email tomorrow. Oh my gosh, it was so nice to meet you yesterday. Or, oh my gosh, did you get my gratituding? Hope it made it to your back desk. That's an email. But then you're doing in person towards the end of the week. I want you to commit to that on here. It's not just a drop off, it's the follow up. So it's going to be an immediate email follow up, followed by an in person. Are you going to commit to that with me?
Yes.
All right, go get them, girl.
Thank you. This is a good goal, because tomorrow's my birthday, so this is a good goal.
Happy birthday. Okay, I'm done. I can't sing, girl, but
thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of her. Sharon, you're up next. I hope you guys are getting inspired by all of these students just doing what it takes to build a business. She's doing signings, dropping off docs. Then she's going to go market. That's how you build. Oh, what up, what up, what up? Talk to me. Oh, I can't hear you. Is that mine? Oh, okay. Come back, because I want to say what's up. All right, when she fixes that, let me get Jacqueline on here. All right, are you there? Oh, let me see. I think Sharon's there still, plugging in her phone. While Sharon's doing that, let's just talk about just goals, right? I mean, I hope if this inspires anything, is that you need to set goals. You need to hold yourself accountable to those goals. All right, Sharon, tell me, say what's up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what up? Oh! There we go. All right, girl.
Okay.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
Texas. Fort Worth,
cool.
Texas.
Sharon from Texas, and I just want to make sure everyone knows what's up. Okay, goals. Talk to me, girl. Floor's yours.
Okay, so I got my commission since January, and I only did 4 signings, and that's only my fault because I wasn't ready yet. And I was scared. I didn't feel prepared at all. Like I didn't understand the documents, so I kind of just like stopped with everything, and I was just watching all the videos and reading all the posts on Facebook. But now I'm like, okay, it's been a couple of months. I have to do something. I cannot just like sit and just wait. So fortunately, I know a couple of real estate agents, and they're my friends. And I've told them like vaguely about what I do, and it seems like they want to help me, but I feel like I have to be more what's the word? Yeah,
Yes.
with them and make a concrete
Yes.
business plan with them. So, and I know in your videos you're saying you were talking about that the realtor can actually write my name in the sales contract.
That's right.
Is there a specific part in the sales contract, or do they just have to add it?
Yeah, in the addendum they can write that, but I want to back up one step here, you know, and I appreciate your vulnerability because you're not the only student who goes through the course and feels a little nervous and feels like, oh my gosh, right? And so, you know, what I want to say is that's normal and that's okay. Okay, I you know, I want to normalize being nervous. I want to normalize people's nerves and being scared. So the first thing I want to say is thank you for being brave enough to share that. The second thing I want to say is you're amazing, okay? I don't want you forgetting that. You know, like too often, some of my students, I'll talk to you, Sharon, is too often the reason you're nervous is because you forget how much time you put into building your business. How many hours have you put into the course? Guess. 15, 20. How many hours have you studied?
A lot. I mean, I started since November and I took my time. Yeah.
That's my point. But so don't discount that, right? Self-belief comes from remembering the effort we put in. Let me say that one more time. Self-belief comes from remembering the effort we put in. You put in a ton of effort. Don't forget that. Sometimes number two, to help through your nerves is just to do a million mock signings. So brother, sister, husband, wife, daughter, be like, hey, come on over. I'm going to cook you dinner. I'm just going to do a mock signing with you, right? Or the scripts in the course, right? The reason you're a little nervous about saying the scripts to the realtor is because you maybe just haven't said them enough. So what you should do is practice that on your friends and family. Be like, hey, come on over. We're going to do this. I'm going to make you some breakfast, and I'm just going to start throwing the script at you, right? So my point is practice makes perfect in that. Practice helps relieve the nerves. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So for anyone else who can relate with Sharon, part of the way you get over your nerves is by repetition. Okay, so whether that is doing more mock signings with your friends and family, bringing someone who's never seen a loan doc before, the loan documents you get in the course, if they don't understand the summary of 2 or 3 sentences, then you need to go back and practice that for the next person. And then with the script, right? Talk to your mom, dad, sister, brother, husband, boyfriend, nephew, whoever, and be like, hey, I'm going to give you the script that's in the course. How do I sound? They'll give you honest feedback. Does that make sense? So
yes.
I want you to work through your nerves by repetition, and I want you to do that through with family and friends, okay? Mm-hmm. Secondly, last thing is I give you the signing service list in the course, right? Yeah. Okay, 300 phone numbers. The way to work through your nerves is by talking to somebody you can't even see. So I want you to pick up the phone, have the script in your hand, and just call them. And look, you're going to be nervous and you're going to suck. That's okay. Because you can't get good if you're not brave enough to suck, right? So, and then you're in Texas. So, find all the signing services that are in New York or Washington who probably don't do much Texas business. So you don't need to call up Texas signing services. And be like, hey, this is Sharon down in Texas. Not sure if you need a signing agent, and just go through the script, right? Mm-hmm. But that's how you practice is my point. So when you go to your friends who are realtors, you have much more confidence because you've said the script 25 times already to someone else to get you business. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So I want you to kind of I want you to work through your nerves through repetition. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So whether it is doing mock signings with friends and family, whether it's calling up signing services, whether it's trying to just pitch your husband or somebody, pretending, mocking, that's how you get. So by the time you get to your realtor friends, you're like, shoot, dude, I've said this 100 times already. This is no problem. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So the answer to you, get back to your original question, is yes, you can get written in the contract. You can do that in the addendum. Okay, in the addendum of the contract, they can write anything like you're going to replace the red couch with the blue couch. Like they can write whatever they want in the addendum. Okay, so they can write your name. I want to use signing agent Sharon as the signing agent. Both parties will sign the contract. You're locked in. But the bigger thing I want to teach you is, what course did you buy?
The 6-figure.
Okay, so the 6-figure has a specific realtor script. Mm-hmm. The 6-figure has a specific realtor training module. So what my goal for you today is to go back in, rewatch that, memorize the realtor script, not the mortgage officer script, not the signing service script, the realtor script, and then make sure, because the real power of the script is understanding, teaching them they have the power to pick their own signing agent.
Yeah.
Teaching them, why in the world would you let title pick a notary you've never met when you know me personally, right? But the script makes that transition easier so you don't need to bumble your words. Because that's the biggest key to getting realtor business, is making them realize that, dude, you can pick your own signing agent. Why would you trust it to a random signing agent when you can trust it to me? Does that make sense? So, but I need you to practice that a couple more times. So what I want you to do is get back in the course, go through that a few more times.
Okay.
And then the last thing I'm going to end with, girl, is just remember how great you are.
Thank you.
Can you do that for me?
Yes.
All right. It's okay to tell yourself, it's okay to be like, Sharon, you're amazing. You say that to you, all right?
I'm amazing.
Yes, you are. Let's go.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
All right. Check back in with me next week in the Facebook group. Let me know how those follow-ups go and how your nerves are getting better, okay?
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
All right, go get them, girl. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, my gosh. I love this. I love this. All right. Who we get up here next? I got time for maybe one or two more people. This is Goal Setting Mondays. Welcome if this is your first time here, where I simply help signing agents. Even if you're not part of loan signing system, I am here to help you build a business. I champion all signing agents, okay? Let me go to Brito. Let me see that. Let me go with Brian, then Prito. All right, let me see if I get Brian on here. Some of you guys know Brian from the extremely inspirational On the Road that he did with me about my man.
Oh.
My man, how are you, B?
Brian.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Talk to me, bro. Let's get this party started.
How's everything, man? Man, this is my first one that I got to catch live, so just trying to.
I'm good. The question is, how are you doing?
I'm good. I just finished the closing. I just came home to chill for a little bit. I have another one at 3 o'clock today. So.
All right. Well, this is all about goals, B. I don't care how much money you're making. You should always be pushing yourself to be bigger and better. Let's talk about specific goals to get you to bigger and better. Just real quick, Brian, how much money did you make last month?
$11K.
$11,000. I hope everybody is inspired by that. Okay, man. So what are specific goals for this week? Let's talk through that.
Specific goals for me really is just going deeper with the clients that I do have. I'm kind of like restructuring. We talked after like my interview, how I have like my stuff is kind of like all over the place. So I've basically been refocusing and kind of like just holding in like the building deeper relationships with my main escrow officers and going deep in the offices that I really want to make my kind of like my home base. So like one of the offices, the first escrow officer that ever gave me business, she was the only one using me. Now two other escrow officers in that office use me. So I'm 3 deep in that office. I probably want to get to 4 deep in that office. So I'm basically only going to that office and a couple other offices as opposed to like trying to go to 10 different places and like.
Cool.
You know,
okay. So here's my goal for you. Okay.
Yeah.
You should not be at home chilling right now.
Yeah.
What I want you to do, and this is almost the same conversation I had with Lisa, who's another big earner, is you have to start setting time in your schedule to deepen those relationships. So like literally right now, if you got a half hour to chill with me, you should be chilling at an escrow office. So you got to work into your day, into your schedule. And this is why goals are so important, right? Because you start on Monday, you're like, oh, well, I got nothing planned. That's why you're at home, right? So
that's not why I'm at home, but
okay. So what I want you to do is, because like right now at 12 o'clock is the perfect time to like drop off a lunch and just kick it. Like I told Lisa, you don't just drop it off and be like, oh my gosh, I appreciate you. It's like, oh my gosh, dude, how was Mother's Day? Was it awesome? I took my wife out, blah, 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 because your mom, your wife's obviously a mom too. But you have to be intentional with that time. That's what I'm trying to coach you and Lisa on.
For sure.
Is, if you got a couple hours in the day, that should be for, like I told you in our one-on-one, to build deeper relationship. But you got to start scheduling that into your day. So my point is, you wake up Monday, you saw a gap in your schedule from 12 to 1, whatever. I'm making this up.
Yeah.
You need to be like, okay, cool. 12 to 1's now filled because I'm going over to First Escrow and dropping off lunch because I haven't talked to this escrow officer lately. I want to build a deeper relationship. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So my goal for you is this week is every day when you wake up this week, I want you to look at your schedule and I want you to see where you can fill in that time.
Okay.
You got to be intent with that though, right?
Yes,
so tomorrow, it's like, cool. Tomorrow I'm going in and I see it doesn't have to be lunchtime, by the way. Maybe your business has told you that it's cool from your schedule, says you have a gap between 3:15 and 4:15, right? Wherever that lies, but you should see that in the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
But here's the goal. You ready for the goal? Is I don't care if a signing comes in at that time. You need to be like, that has been marked off for digging a deeper relationship. That's where signing agents, bigger signing agents like you, kind of get in a scarcity mindset. It is, oh my God, I'm going to lose that signing versus I still have the set off to deepen a relationship. Does that make sense? Even if it's going to cost you a $200 appointment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because what happens is we can always be like, oh my gosh, there's another appointment. Oh, there's another appointment. But 3 months from now, your relationship's not any deeper.
Right. No, for sure.
Does that make sense?
No, for sure.
Okay.
I've been doing that, just not on a bigger scale. Like that's the reason why my income has taken a step back, is because instead of accommodating like some of the one-offs, it made more sense to go back and build like relationship with the ones that are giving me more business. So I'm not too concerned about the little dip, but like last month, my one of the escrow officer I have the best personal relationship with, she wasn't the one that gave me the most business before, but last month, oh my goodness, like I think she gave me like 40 signings by herself.
I love it. I hope everyone has heard that 40 signings by yourself. And look, the reason first off, you're one of the best students because you're one of the best implementers, and that's what I love, is because what I'm trying to help you build is a sustainable business. When the market slows, because right now, if all you're doing is shoving in appointments, when the market slows, you're not going to have a relationships to sustain you during a normalized market. No. So I want to commend you and inspire people with your mindset as you realize you're taking a step back in income, but you're really building a foundation for a business that can survive any market. Because a good signing agent can survive any market. I've built this for 18 years, never made less than 6 figures for the past 13 years because I can survive any market because of my relationship. So I want to make sure that I congratulate you and give you props in front of everybody that you really have a business owner mentality. It's not chasing the money, you chase a relationship, and the relationships will continue in any market. So you're going to make, even a normalized market, when you're making 10 grand, everyone else who's been shoving appointments in will drop down to 3 grand. And like, well, how come that escrow officer not using me? Well, it's because Brian's been building relationships during a busy market. That's why Brian's getting all the business. So just my only coaching for you right now, and I appreciate you jumping on, is just be a little more intentional with the start of your day and seeing where the gaps are and filling in the gaps with moments of where you can do things of gratitude. And cool?
Yeah. Now I was literally in the field right now. It was just easier for me to pick up my daughter from school right now to help my wife out.
I love it.
Why and I was like, never pop on that support. Let me pop on real quick.
I hope the queen had a good Mother's Day, man.
She did. She's on here live. She's listening, I think. She just texted me.
Oh, happy Mother's Day, girl.
Happy Mother's Day, honey buns.
I follow all your guys' Instagram, so I feel like I know all the wives. I know all the moms. But B, dude, I'm proud of you, brother, man. Keep building the business, and I'll see you in the 7-figure club.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right, bud. Have a good one, man. All right, if you guys have not checked out Brian's On the Road, if you watch it and you don't cry, you're not a real human being. I'm just saying. My man is super vulnerable and just drops fire per the usual. Okay, cool. So who's up next? I got time for one more person. I hope you guys love Goal Setting Mondays because I know that I do. Sharon and Brian, if you guys can X your video out so we can get somebody else on that screen with me, I would appreciate it. Just hit that little X button on your monitor. Thank you, B. Sharon, if you can do the same thing. Thank you, Sharon. All right, cool. Let's get one more person on here. We have time for one more. I think I said Lizzie was next. Lizzie's been there for a minute. On the loan signing system, Goal Setting Mondays, I'm here to help you set goals for the following week. I'm here for advice. I'm here to help you build a business regardless. But I hope you guys love these because I love spending an hour with you every single week building your business. Let's go. A couple of shout outs. Okana, what's up? What's up? You are amazing. Who else? Pooja, what's up? What's up? Who else do we have? Anybody want to jump on live with me before I shut this down for the week? Remember, the most successful signing agents, the most successful people in any industry set goals. They do not wake up and they do not just go, okay, what am I going to do today? They predetermine. So I encourage you every Sunday before the week starts to set up the days, set up your week coming ahead, turn your weekly goals into daily goals, and just make sure that you don't. So let me jump on real quick. Who do we have? Anybody? Okay, I tried Lizzie. She didn't answer. Let's take Jacqueline. Let's see, Jacqueline. Are you there, Jacqueline? Hi, Yantis. How are you doing? So we got time for one more student. What up? Oh, girl, what's up? Hopefully you call back to check in and hold yourself accountable. So how did your goals go last week?
So I walked into the escrow office. I didn't catch the person, but I got a phone call.
Hold on.
I mean,
hold on. How does that feel? How does that feel?
It felt good, you know?
Good. You got to remember, Jacqueline and everybody, you have to appreciate every step of the journey. Getting the phone call, that's the win. I don't know where the phone call went, but I want you to remember, like, your job is to be like, oh my gosh, it worked to a certain extent, right? Because that's how you create momentum. So it's remembering and acknowledging every single win. And dude, getting a phone call is a win. Okay. So what happened after that?
I mean, she said she already has notaries, but she would add me to, I guess, her existing notary database, and she would tell her other office that's in Escondido or La Mesa. So,
Okay.
I mean.
First off, girl, I don't know what else you want out of an experience of walking in. She told you. Now, what I want to say is, Jacqueline, obviously they have notaries. She's been in business before you walked in, so that shouldn't be a surprise, right? So, like, cool, right? So you're like, awesome. And what you should say next time is, I'm sure those notaries are amazing, but if any of them ever get into a bind, here's why you should give me a shot. Like, that's the follow-up. Does that make sense? It's like, awesome. Well, you shouldn't say obviously, but like, awesome. Yeah, I'm sure those notaries are amazing. But look, if someone's stuck on a weekend appointment, someone's stuck on a traffic because they can't get to a 5 o'clock, that's when I'd love to have the opportunity to get to show you how amazing I am. Does that make sense? So,
I was honest with her. I told her, you know what? I haven't done any signings, but you know, I am studied. I have my certification and all that. I know how important it is to not miss any signature, any stamp, all those details, and how that could cause funding conditions. I did mention that. And well, she said, okay, cool. We'll just add you. And I'm thinking to follow up this week.
Yeah.
Like,
let me give you a couple more coaching tips. Jacqueline, Jacqueline, you don't need to tell her you didn't do any signings, because you have. Have you done mock signings with your friends and families? Have you like gone through the loan docs? Okay, well, first off, you should be doing mock signings, Jacqueline. Everybody should be doing mock signings. You should never go to your first appointment without doing a practice run with your friends or family. So let me make sure I'm coaching you on that. That's in the course. But remember, you want to pretend like you're at an appointment with somebody. If your husband or your brother or your daughter or son cannot understand the 3 or 4 sentences of the summary, that is you needing to go back to the drawing table and come up with a new summary. Does that make sense? But you don't know that, Jack, if you're not actually doing mock signing. So please do a mock signing.
Okay. I guess.
Do a mock signing and go on.
So I've been getting some messages like here and there for like signings.
Yeah.
But I also do have my other job. So like when I'm not busy, I'm not getting them. And well, I took your advice, which was just reply to them and let them know that I'm not available because X, reason. So that's why I'm going direct, because the ones that I have been getting, like, it hasn't been working out for me. So I also have my contacts that I want to go, and ask them hey, I'm ready and available, you know?
Yeah, well,
Since
hold on. Let me just finish with the coaching. Is the only reason you told her that I haven't done any signings because that was your insecurity speaking. Nobody needs to know you haven't done any signings. The truth
okay.
is you're ready. The truth is you're ready. You've studied so much, right? So you don't need to tell someone you've never done a closing before. You know the importance of not missing signatures, dates, initials. You're going to check your paperwork 17 different times before you leave that appointment, right? So the only reason you said that, and that's okay, you live and learn. That's why I'm your coach. All right. So I'm so freaking proud of you for going in. But next time you go in, you don't need that insecurity popping back up. You don't need to tell someone I've never done a signing before. Do you believe that you're going to be an error-free signing for that escrow officer?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all
yeah,
that matters. Does that make sense?
right.
That's all that matters. So the only reason you said that I want to coach everybody, as long as you know you're not going to miss anything, that's all you need to communicate. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So the next time, there's no need to be like, I've never done a signing before. Like when you walk into a car lot, does the salesman tell you that's their first day? Or does the salesman just make you feel very comfortable that they're going to sell you the perfect car? Does that make sense? So what I want to coach you on is stop discounting how amazing you are. Stop discounting all the work you've put into your craft. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to everyone who's listening? Like, you got to remember, if you know you're going to do the perfect job, that's all your clients need to hear. You with me on that?
Got it.
All right, you're breaking up a little bit, but let me try to end with this. As I saw all those cards, remember, fortune is in the follow-up. When she tells you she's going to put you on emails with other people in other offices, then go reach out to those people. And it worked, girl. Like, it worked. You walked in, you got a phone call. Your jobs now is to maturate that, ride the momentum, keep pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, and build a huge business. Let's go.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Don't give up on you. Don't let your insecurities pop back up. You're amazing. You put so much effort into this, and you are growing in front of my eyes, and I'm so proud of you. There are so many signing agents watching this right now who have still let the nerves of walking into a title office prevent them, but you didn't. Does that make sense? So be proud of yourself. I am so proud of you. Get back next week. Tell me how it goes. Fair enough?
I will. Thank you so much for everything.
Right. Keep believing in yourself, girl. It's going to work. I know it will. Let's go.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Well, another amazing Monday with some amazing signing agents just like you. I'm going to end with this. Remember, every successful business owner sets goals. They make goals and they accomplish those goals. Successful signing agents do not start off the week, which is like, oh, the new week's upon me. They know who they're going to talk to. They know who they're going to follow up with. They know who they can show gratitude with. And they build that into their schedules. And remember, your job is to create a big goal, chop that big goal into a bunch of little goals, count those wins, remember those wins. I'm going to end with this. Believe in you. You are amazing. Nobody outworks you. Nobody cares about their clients more than you. No one is you, and that is your greatest asset. You. I believe in you, but I just can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Let's go! Be blessed. Have a great, great week. And know if you need anything, don't hesitate to DM me. I'm rooting for you. Bye. Be blessed, everybody.